priority, but yes, anyone, yes,
yeah,
yes, sir, yeah.
So,
yeah, a war contractor.
Yeah, I know. I don't agree with them. Okay,
I won't give you a hard time.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks for coming to Salt Lake, Charlie. I'm a Christian, and so I kind of find it weird. Like, I don't know. Because you kind of express support for like.
Guys, let him talk, please. Yeah.
You like express like support for like Trump. But like,
correct.
But like, okay, so like, I mean, I was just thinking, like, when you were talking about like all those cases he was in, I don't see him as looking like a very moral guy. As a Christian, I don't know if I should back him. So what's your feelings?
So when you vote, I'm curious. This is not a sarcasm. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Do you vote for people or for policies?
I like to consider both.
Okay, that's fair enough. Which one would matter more?
I think policies matter more.
Okay. So then that's the answer to my question.
No, but
Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Vermore, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Charlie Clark. If you haven't seen any of my reaction to his videos, hit the link above. And this is college student debates: whose country was better, Trump's or Biden's? Oh my goodness. Okay guys, super excited. I love the answer he gave him. Which would come first? Is it people or the policy? Bro, it's the policy. We want a better country. We want a better America. Who cares if you're a Judaist or whatever? So far you stand for what is right, and you are the one that would make America great again. Please, by all means. I love that. Let's go on, guys.
I think their policies are pretty similar when you break it down. Like, I think their border, like you talk about people coming across the border, but like it looks like their actual policies on how they're handling the border and how they're sending out like enforcement is very similar to Trump and Biden.
That's not true.
And I think they're both just trying to keep up the economy of Obama. Like, Trump didn't really do anything new for the economy, and Biden's just trying to bring it back to where it was. So I don't think they're.
Okay, yeah. So on the border. Do you know about Remain in Mexico? Do you know about any of those? Or
vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we have that policy now. Now we don't. Yeah.
Yes, the numbers, the border crossings were down to record lows. Mm-hmm. Now they're to 10 to 15,000 a day. So you can't possibly say they're the same.
Sure.
So Tom Homan, who was Barack Obama's border chief, 30 years in the position, said Donald Trump was the best on the border of any president he ever served under. Right. So you can't compare those two. On the economy, everyone would here agree the economy was better under Donald Trump than Joe Biden. Everyone would agree. They would say that higher wages, prices were more affordable, the economy was more stable, period. On wars, how many new wars started under Donald Trump?
None.
How many under Joe Biden?
I forget.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to even count. I mean, you have Gaza, Israel, Iran, you have Ukraine, Russia, you have Yemen against Saudi Arabia. Under Donald Trump, no new wars, period, globally, across the planet. It's never happened before in 30, 40 years, so you can't equate the two. So as a Christian, blessed are the peacemakers. Trump is a peacemaker, right?
Like, did he make any peace?
Oh, yeah. You know the Israel peace deal that he signed between the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Israel? Do you remember that? He signed the Abraham Accords, which was the greatest peace deal of Israel in the modern lifetime. Donald Trump prevented Vladimir Putin from invading Ukraine.
How so?
Well, he didn't invade Ukraine, but
sure.
The way he did that is he met with them in Helsinki under great opposition and condemnation and said, I want diplomacy, not war with Russia, and it was the right move for the Western world, period. And Vladimir Putin did not move an inch into Ukraine. You know where he did move an inch into Ukraine? Under Obama, he annexed Crimea. Mm-hmm. Under Joe Biden, he invaded Ukraine. Not under Trump. He wouldn't dare. You know why? He also feared Trump. Because Trump sat next to Putin. And he said before, he said, oh, the photographers are here to take a picture. Oh, by the way, those are really nice gold things you have on the Kremlin. It'd be a shame if someone melted them. Let's pose for a picture. True story. Vladimir Putin tells it. Donald Trump threatened bombing the Kremlin if Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine. He was so crazy that Putin basically believed him. But the point is in the reality, right? The reality is we had less people invading our country. There were less wars abroad. The economy was better. The country was more stable. It's as factual as one can get.
But why I'm not convinced that like any of the economy stuff had much to do with like the presidential like policy differences. It really looks more like, if you look at like corporate profits going up, it looks like it's just corporate greed like going out of control after COVID.
So The blue collar workers, we saw a blue collar boom under Donald Trump. Working class people saw the greatest rise to their wages in 20 years under Donald Trump. Electricians, welders, plumbers. You can fact check me on it. Just Google blue collar boom, Donald Trump. But on one issue that everyone should vote for.
What did he do that? Like, how did Trump make that
Well,
happen?
he did a tax cut for working men and women. He deregulated the economy. And he restricted the labor supply by bringing in less foreign labor, which therefore raises wages for working men and women in this country.
Okay, but so like you talked about foreign labor as well. So
Correct.
so like wouldn't it be a better solution to like to just like legalize like the labor of like even like illegal immigrants and just make sure like they have to get paid as much so that they can't be exploited?
No.
Why is that?
Well, send them back to their country of origin if they're here illegally.
But what if they're like a refugee?
Well, did they claim asylum correctly? What are they a refugee from?
A
poor country or actual war?
Well, I mean, like there's
a refugees. The asylum is being abused like you wouldn't. People are saying, "Oh, I'm claiming asylum from Mexico. Why? Because of cartel violence." Like, okay, can I claim asylum from Chicago because of gang violence? I mean, we're equally as dangerous of a country as Mexico now, in our inner cities. So we're not exactly one to like give people asylum.
I'm not convinced that that's true.
In downtown Chicago, downtown Baltimore.
Okay, well, you can just move out of Baltimore. You could just go to a different part of the country.
I agree, but you would get shouted down by a lot of inner city blacks that say that, you know, they don't have the capital or the resources to leave Baltimore or Chicago, right? And that's where they live. Telling people to leave their home is like a really cruel thing to say, I think.
Yeah,
honestly.
that
But
yeah.
secondly, yes, I think that even if you game the refugee status, you should go home. Yes.
Wait,
what are they claiming refugee asylum from?
I don't know. I just remember like I'm not super familiar. I just remember like a few years ago, like Honduras was pretty bad, and so people were coming up here, and then they were like getting rejected at the border.
Yeah, I mean, go back to your country and fix it. We have huge problems in this country.
But it's like international law to accept like asylum seekers.
Okay, you don't have to follow international law. We have American law. If international law tells you have to bring in 1 million foreigners, we don't have to follow international law. Okay. American law supersedes international law.
But what are we losing by bringing more people in?
Well, first of all, wages go down, our social services get overflowed, crime goes up, and you lose you lose a common American identity, and that's not a racial thing. You lose when you bring in millions of people that don't share the same American story and they all speak different languages, you're a nation of strangers. You need time for assimilation, and we don't have that. More people speak Spanish than English in the state of California.
So, do you think we should just? I think we should have more people learn Spanish because being bilingual is good mentally. I'm pretty sure there's not much evidence that like crime actually goes up and social services are being used a lot by like illegal immigrants.
Have you seen what's going on in New York? They're literally overrunning schools because they don't have the social services to fit all the illegals that are coming into the country. They're overrunning school districts, overrunning hospitals. I'm happy to. You should go down to the border and see it for yourself. It is a mass invasion of 10,000 people a day. And so, but here's the question is, what should our immigration policy be? Number one, a government exists to represent its citizens. It does not exist to solve the problems of foreigners. That's nice once you solve your own problems. And so you must put your own people first. And right now, our people are being spit on, ignored, and not prioritized, especially young people in this country. It is harder than ever for you guys to own homes, harder than ever for you to get well-paying jobs, harder than ever for you guys to build a family. And we have to be lectured that we have to go bring in all the problems in the third world? No, we should close the doors and say, you're welcome into this country if and when we solve our problems here domestically.
Okay, what policy do you support to make it easier for young people to buy homes?
Get rid of BlackRock purchasing a bunch of homes and renting them back to us.
Okay, so like seize their assets?
Not seize their assets. Make it illegal that asset managers over $500 billion can't buy single-family homes.
Okay, I really agree with that. That's actually that's great.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a super simple policy fix. If you have assets under management over $500 billion or $100 billion, you should not be in the single-family home business. Period.
Okay.
And that's artificially boosting housing prices across the country. I believe homeownership is a moral good for all humans.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I love the fact that the kid was really respectful, you know, was actually respectful. There are some that will be so violent and all of that. I love the, in fact, Charlie, I admire his patience. Like, he's always been patient with these kids, the way he answers their questions. He doesn't even cut them off. I can count the amount of times this boy said like. So I love the fact that it was being respectful, you know, and it was ready to listen to Charlie, right? Now, even Biden is out of the picture. So now it is Trump 2024. Whose country was better? It shouldn't even be a debate because during the, you know, the US is always like the perfect country. The perfect country, nothing can ever go wrong. You know, I used to hold the US in high esteem. So now when I'm hearing all these things that the US, there's food scarcity, there is this, there is that, I was like, okay. So do you mean this also happens in the US? Wow. Biden has really destroyed a lot of things in America because I never knew America could be this way. You know, seeing all the news and all of that, like, well, I used to think America was so perfect and nothing could ever break them. The perfect, you know, everybody in Nigeria is running to the US. They want to go there to live soft life, enjoy themselves. And now, even America is just like Nigeria. People are complaining. It's sad. So what would you compare that with Donald Trump? When Donald Trump was president, everything was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah. Even I was not even living there. I knew it was perfect because then it was as if America was heaven. But now, it's crazy. And I know that America can be great again. It definitely will be. One thing I love about Charlie is that he always speaks facts. What are your thoughts on this? What do you guys think about this video? Drop a comment down below. I totally enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, give it a huge thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, join Veracity. Hit the subscribe button below. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's guys. See you in my next video. Bye.